I shoot the lights out. High till it's bright out. Oh, just another lonely night. Are you willing to sacrifice your life? Yeah, I don't know what that was either. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Tapes podcast. Episode, what is this? Is this 15? Episode 15 weeks in a row? Man, I do love making this podcast. I love talking about movies, and I love talking about myself. We got a good episode for you guys. We have a decent amount of stuff in the news. And then we'll talk about, I have some things that I like to mention for Font Films. Definitely including the next project that I'm still not ready to kind of announce yet. I've been doing a lot of thinking in different options for what I could do. There's multiple projects. I'll get to it. But first, let's jump into the news. All right. First of all, starting us off with the news, it is impossible to not talk about the elephant in the room. Of course, I am talking about the one, the only. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and today we're talking about Iron Lung. That was a god-awful impersonation. I'm so sorry I made you guys listen to that. Anyways, we're talking about famous YouTuber Markiplier, also known as Mark Fishbach, has released his film Iron Lung. And this was announced a while ago. If I remember correctly, it was a couple years ago. He announced that he was making this film. And through his podcast, Distractable, I haven't listened to that in a hot minute. Maybe I'll start listening to that again. Anyways, not to promote another podcast when you're listening to this one. I'm just saying that during his production of different videos and stuff like that, he's made it very clear that he's been working on this project for a while. And I've been seeing some mixed reviews on it. I keep seeing great things on TikTok. And that's fair, because usually a lot of the people that grew up watching Markiplier are also on TikTok because they're they're around my age. They're like 20-ish. Still relatively young, But on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 44. And IMDb, it has a not awful score, but 6.8 out of 10. But that's weird because right below that on Google, it says 97% of the people that watched this movie liked it. Even though Rotten Tomatoes says 44% of the people sometimes I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. I feel like Rotten Tomatoes is a very unreliable source and we shouldn't trust it. Anyways, yeah, I have not seen Iron Lung yet. I do want to. However, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the opportunity to go watch Iron Lung. But if it does end up being somewhere, if he releases it on his YouTube channel or something, I would love to see it. Absolutely, I would love to go support him. He's been working on this for such a long time, and I just really want to support him. I'm talking like I know the guy, we went to Thanksgiving together, he's in my family or whatever. I'm just saying that I grew up watching him as a kid. I loved watching Markiplier. I haven't really watched him recently, but just saying that. Definitely want to go see this. Let me just look at the log line here. Survivors of the apocalypse send a convict in a small submarine to explore a desolate moon that's an ocean of blood. Wow. Dark. I like that. Okay, moving on. The other elephant in the room, television-wise, everyone has mixed opinions about this. Of course, I am talking about Stranger Things Tales from 85. Now, positives. Animation looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely incredible. However, and we'll say this as well as everyone else is saying, why are they doing this? Because the show takes place between seasons 2 and 3. And I mean, it looks like in the teaser trailer that they released a couple days ago, I think they released it, Monday? I think they released it Monday. It's insane. There's incredible, events that take place during the show, and they just don't mention it in the actual Stranger Things. I know this is the universe of the Stranger Things, but the actual original show, they had never mentioned it. So, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll make up for the very very sensitive topic, which is known as the Stranger Things finale in season 5 as a whole. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other news: another trailer for the Michael Jackson movie came out. Once again, movie of the year, like I said. For next year, not this year. F1 this year, 100%. I'll be watching the Oscars.
Sure.
Anyways, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else this week. I've been talking about news for a while, so let's switch topics. Let's talk about me. What is new for Font Films? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to air myself out with this one. Recently, I've been very confused on what project I want to make. From the get-go, I knew that this year I want to make a series, a show. But I just didn't know what exactly I wanted the show to be. I think I got it. I have 2 ideas, so it's going to be one of the 2. One is going to be I won't give the exact specifics, but one of them is a documentary style series. I've done other video projects in the past where it's been documentary style. For example, the Kanye West documentary, part 1. I worked on that. I was going to work on Kanye West documentary part 2. I still am, but it's going to be more about Bully and the just like me listening to the album because it was supposed to drop last Friday. I think 1 hour after I dropped that episode last week, he pushed it back until March. So, yeah. So, the show's not going to be revolved around Kanye. It's not going to be, the topic's not going to be Kanye at all. I'm just saying it's the same type of formatting. If I do decide to go, maybe I just do both. Why do I have to like stick myself with one project and stop being lazy and just do something? Just like, yeah, I don't have to limit myself. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, this podcast is just me pep talking myself into being more productive. Yeah, let me just do more stuff. You guys want more content from Font Films. It's been dry. It's just been the morning tapes episodes every week, and not the biggest fan base. Yeah, the show is either going to be that or it's going to be a actual drama series in which I it's story time. Today I had my screenwriting class, which I mentioned earlier because I'm back in college, and I was given this assignment. Everyone was given this assignment to pitch some ideas. I had some ideas, and for shits and giggles, I pitched the 2 different ideas I had for this year's big project. Both were series, like shows. And this was kind of my mistake because I was like, oh, maybe I can like shorten it down. They're really good ideas, and maybe I'll be able to like just jam pack like a short film with the same idea. So I pitched it. I pitched both. And my professor is very strict. He's a very strict professor, I will say that. But that's also good because I'm also, I feel it's just good to have a very strict professor with film because you need to be taught how to do these certain things, and it's very, you're working towards perfection. Obviously, there's nothing perfect in the world, and there never will be, but you can try your damn best to get that thing as perfect as possible. And I do believe that, and I believe that pushing yourself to make something better is absolutely what you need to do. I think that's how you improve on yourself. And I think that's why he didn't like the scripts that I gave him. Actually, that's not true. He liked the second idea I had. He gave the first. I don't think, actually, I'm going to take that back. He didn't dislike any of them. The first idea I had, he said it was too much for a short film, which I completely agree with because, yet again, it was supposed to be a series, which I should not have pitched to him, maybe. I just thought it'd be a cool idea to be like, oh, what if I just shorten this down? Because obviously I'll take some concepts that I was going to use for the show and not incorporate that into the short film because it's just simply not enough time. I did do that, but still, yet again, he did say it was too much. Then I pitched my second idea, which I thought, which was much better than the first idea. And he said that I really can't wait till I can just say what these projects were. I just don't want to release too much information right now, just in case if I do end up doing it. And I didn't do more thinking and just seeing if that's what I want to do, or the documentary series. But anyways, I pitched him the second idea, and he said that he liked it. He just wants to see more from it, and that I should expand upon it more. Meaning like dive into the characters more, make it a more interesting story than what I have right now. And I think that's great advice. I'm going to expand upon my idea. And I think that maybe this will either be a short film. If it is a short film, here's my idea, right? I know I keep jumping back and forth. Here's the final idea, and then I'll wrap this episode up. The final for this course is to write a full script. So my idea is make the script. If I like it and I love it and I want some more of it, I make it. But obviously this is not going to be a series, as I was mentioning before, since it's maybe not as interesting to make it a full series. So we'll just shorten it and just make it a short film. Then I'll also do the documentary series, because that'll be plenty enough time to do both, because the documentary series really is not going to take that long. Like it's a decent amount of editing, but it's nothing serious. Like you have to do some animation with like the clips and everything, but it's nothing bad. I use the word animating very lightly too. It's not like you're doing some hand-drawn Disney shit. You're just like using some keys on Premiere Pro. If you're not an editor, you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think I'll do that, because that'll give me, I'll have plenty of time to do both of those. And now I'll just have a good script that I can use, because I already have ideas what I can do for this. I think after I post this podcast, I'm going to start writing that project anyway. So, hey, yeah, I might do that. So if you excuse me, I'm going to get this podcast out there and I'm going to start writing. So thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Morning Tapes podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for next week when we talk about something more about film, more about font films, more about just television and the film industry as a whole. The Super Bowl is going to be announcing some major films soon. I heard information of the new Avengers movie is not going to be coming out, so not that. But Toy Story 5, I heard it's getting another trailer, as well as some other films. So stay tuned for that. We'll definitely cover that next week. And yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you next week. Bye, guys.